First contact and the enigmatic artifact. The vast expanse of space had always called to Dr. Samantha Chen, but she never imagined she'd be the one to answer its most profound question. As the lead xenoarchaeologist aboard the Earth space vessel Curiosity, she had spent years searching for signs of extraterrestrial life. Now, orbiting a distant exoplanet in the Kepler system, her team had stumbled upon something extraordinary. "Dr. Chen, you need to see this," her assistant, Jake, called out, his voice trembling with excitement. Samantha rushed to the observation deck, her heart pounding. Through the reinforced glass, she saw it, a massive structure floating in space, its surface gleaming with an otherworldly iridescence. "My God," she whispered, "it's artificial." The structure was unlike anything humans had ever encountered. Its geometry defied conventional understanding, with curves and angles that seemed to shift as they watched. It was clearly not of human origin, and its presence here, in a system thought to be devoid of intelligent life, was nothing short of miraculous. Captain Elena Rodriguez joined them on the deck, her usually stoic face betraying a hint of awe. "Dr. Chen, what are we looking at?" Samantha shook her head, her mind racing with possibilities. "I'm not sure, Captain, but whatever it is, it's not natural. This is it, proof of extraterrestrial intelligence." As the crew of the Curiosity marveled at their discovery, none of them noticed the faint pulse of energy emanating from the structure. It was a beacon, broadcasting across the cosmos, announcing that humanity had passed a crucial test. They had found the artifact, and in doing so, had unknowingly triggered a chain of events that would reshape the galaxy. Weeks passed as Samantha and her team studied the artifact from afar. They called it the Enigma, a fitting name for a structure that defied all attempts at understanding. Despite their most advanced scanning technology, they could barely penetrate its surface. It was as if the Enigma was actively resisting their efforts. "We need to get closer," Samantha argued during a tense meeting with Captain Rodriguez. "Our remote studies aren't yielding enough data. We need to send a team to the surface." The captain frowned, concern etched on her face. "It's too risky, Doctor. We have no idea what that thing is capable of. For all we know, it could be a weapon." Samantha leaned forward, her eyes blazing with determination. "Or it could be the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe. Captain, we didn't come all this way to admire it from afar. We need to take risks if we're going to make progress." After hours of debate and careful planning, Captain Rodriguez finally agreed to a reconnaissance mission. Samantha would lead a small team to the surface of the Enigma, including Jake and Dr. Yuki Tanaka, the ship's expert in alien propulsion theories. As they approached the Enigma in their shuttle, Samantha felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. The structure loomed before them, impossibly large and complex. Its surface shimmered with patterns that seemed to move and change as they watched. "I'm picking up some strange energy readings," Yuki announced, her eyes glued to her instruments. "It's like nothing I've ever seen before. The energy signature is fluctuating." Samantha nodded, her own senses confirming Yuki's observations. "All right, let's find a place to set down. Jake, any suggestions?" Jake pointed to a relatively flat area on the Enigma's surface. "There. It looks stable enough for us to land." As their shuttle touched down, Samantha felt a subtle vibration through her suit. It was as if the Enigma itself was acknowledging their presence. The team disembarked cautiously, their magnetic boots keeping them anchored to the alien's surface. "This material," Jake said, kneeling to examine the ground beneath them, "it's not metal, not rock. I can't even begin to classify it." Samantha was about to respond when she noticed something in the distance, a faint glow emanating from what looked like an entrance. "Look," she said, pointing. "I think we found our way in." As they approached the entrance, the glow intensified. Symbols appeared on the surface around them, pulsing with an inner light. Samantha's heart raced as she realized what she was seeing. "It's reacting to our presence," she breathed. "This isn't just a structure. It's alive, or at least it's active." Suddenly, A beam of light shot out from the entrance, enveloping the team. Samantha felt a strange sensation, as if her mind was being gently probed. Images flashed before her eyes, alien worlds, advanced civilizations, and cosmic wonders beyond imagination. And then, as quickly as it began, it was over. The light receded, and the entrance before them yawned open, revealing a corridor that stretched into the heart of the enigma. What just happened? Jake asked, his voice shaky. Yuki checked her instruments, her eyes wide with disbelief. That energy surge, it wasn't harmful. If anything, it seems to have enhanced our suit's capabilities. Samantha took a deep breath, steeling herself for what lay ahead. I think, she said slowly, we just passed some kind of test, and now we're being invited inside. As they stepped into the corridor, lights flickered to life around them, illuminating a path deeper into the enigma. The walls were covered in the same shifting patterns they had observed from the outside, but here they seemed more active, more alive. This technology, Yuki murmured, running her gloved hand along the wall, it's centuries, maybe millennia beyond anything we've ever encountered. The power required to maintain a structure like this. Jake nodded, his earlier fear giving way to wonder. And the computational complexity. This isn't just a building, it's a massive computer, or something even beyond that. As they ventured deeper, Samantha couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, guided. The corridors seemed to shift and change around them, always leading them forward, deeper into the heart of the enigma. Finally, they emerged into a vast chamber. At its center stood a pillar of light, pulsing with energy. As they approached, holographic displays sprang to life around them, showing star maps, complex equations, and diagrams of technology far beyond human understanding. This is incredible, Samantha breathed, her eyes darting from one display to another. It's like a library of cosmic knowledge. Suddenly, the pillar of light expanded, enveloping them once more. This time, Samantha heard a voice in her mind, not in any language she knew, but somehow perfectly understandable. Welcome, children of Earth, the voice said. You have proven yourselves worthy. The time has come for you to join the galactic community. As the light faded, Samantha found herself face to face with a holographic figure. It was humanoid in shape, but clearly alien, tall, with iridescent skin and eyes that seemed to contain entire galaxies. I am the curator, the figure said, its voice now audible to all of them. This enigma, as you call it, is one of many beacons scattered throughout the galaxy. They are tests designed to identify species ready to take their place among the stars. Samantha's mind reeled with the implications. You mean, there are others out there? Other alien civilizations? The curator nodded, a gesture surprisingly human. Many. And now, humanity will have the chance to meet them. But first, you must prove yourselves. The knowledge contained within this beacon is not freely given. It must be earned. Jake stepped forward, his earlier trepidation replaced by determination. How? What do we need to do? The curator's form shimmered, and suddenly the chamber was filled with holographic projections of various alien species and advanced technologies. You must demonstrate your ability to understand and integrate this knowledge. Show us your creativity, your adaptability, your unique human perspective. Yuki's eyes lit up with excitement, a test of our scientific and engineering capabilities. And more, the curator replied, a test of your wisdom, your compassion, your ability to cooperate and innovate. The challenges that await you will push you to your limits and beyond. Samantha felt a surge of pride and determination. This was what humanity had been working towards for centuries, the chance to prove themselves on a cosmic stage. We accept your challenge, she said, her voice strong and clear. The curator's form began to fade, but its voice lingered. Then let the trials begin. May your human spirit guide you well. Jake stepped forward, his earlier trepidation replaced by determination. How? What do we need to do? The curator's form shimmered, and suddenly the chamber was filled with holographic projections of various alien species and advanced technologies. You must demonstrate your ability to understand and integrate this knowledge. Show us your creativity, your adaptability, your unique human perspective. Yuki's eyes lit up with excitement, a test of our scientific and engineering capabilities. And more, the curator replied. A test of your wisdom, your compassion, your ability to cooperate and innovate. The challenges that await you will push you to your limits and beyond. Samantha felt a surge of pride and determination. This was what humanity had been working towards for centuries, the chance to prove themselves on a cosmic stage. We accept your challenge, she said, her voice strong and clear. The curator's form began to fade, but its voice lingered. Then let the trials begin. May your human spirit guide you well. As the hologram disappeared, the chamber came alive with activity. Consoles activated, displaying problems and scenarios beyond anything they had encountered before. The team exchanged looks of determination and excitement. Well, Samantha said, a smile spreading across her face, it looks like we have work to do. Let's show the galaxy what humanity is capable of. And with that, they set to work, tackling the cosmic puzzles before them with all the ingenuity, creativity, and determination that had brought humanity to the stars. Little did they know that their actions here, in this ancient alien beacon, would set the stage for humanity's grand entrance onto the galactic stage, and all the wonders and challenges that would bring. The human touch. As days turned into weeks, the crew of the Curiosity found themselves immersed in a whirlwind of cosmic knowledge and challenges. The Enigma, or the beacon as they now knew it to be, was a repository of information and technology beyond their wildest dreams. But it wasn't just about absorbing information. The true test lay in how they applied it. Dr. Samantha Chen wiped sweat from her brow as she pored over a holographic display of an alien propulsion system. The principles behind it were mind-boggling, utilizing quantum entanglement in ways she had never imagined possible. I think I've got it, she muttered, more to herself than to her teammates. If we reconfigure the containment field like this, her fingers danced over the holographic controls, adjusting variables and tweaking configurations. Beside her, Dr. Yuki Tanaka's eyes widened in realization. Of course, by introducing a tachyon cascade, we can stabilize the quantum flux. Samantha, you're a genius. Jake, who had been working on deciphering an alien language nearby, looked up with a grin. Another breakthrough. You two are on fire. Samantha smiled, but her eyes remained focused on the task at hand. It's not just about understanding the technology, she said. It's about improving it, adapting it to work with what we already know. That's the real challenge. And it was true. The curator had made it clear that simply replicating alien technology wouldn't be enough. Humanity needed to prove its worth by innovating, by bringing its unique perspective to bear on the cosmic knowledge they were being given access to. As the team worked, they began to notice something interesting. While the alien technologies were incredibly advanced, they often approached problems in ways that seemed counterintuitive to human thinking. It was in these moments that humanity's creativity truly shone. One day, as they grappled with a particularly thorny problem involving faster-than-light communication, Jake had an epiphany. What if, he said slowly, we approach this from a completely different angle? Instead of trying to send the signal faster than light, what if we folded spacetime itself? Yuki looked skeptical. Folding spacetime? That's theoretically possible, but the energy requirements would be astronomical. Not necessarily, Samantha chimed in, catching on to Jake's train of thought. Look at this. She pulled up a diagram of an alien energy matrix they had studied earlier. If we combine this with our own zero-point energy theories, the three of them huddled together, ideas flowing freely as they combined alien concepts with human intuition. Hours passed in a blur of calculations and simulations. Finally, they stepped back, looking at their creation with a mixture of awe and pride. We did it, Yuki breathed. a practical method of instantaneous communication across vast distances, and it's more efficient than anything in the beacon's database. This is a delicate task, the curator continued. How you handle it will speak volumes about humanity's readiness to join the galactic community. Remember, it is not just about sharing technology, it is about fostering understanding, about bridging the gap between different forms of life and thought. As the curator's hologram faded away, Captain Rodriguez's voice came over the comm system. Dr. Chen, we've received the coordinates from the beacon. Are you and your team ready to return to the ship? Samantha took a deep breath, looking at Jake and Yuki. They nodded, determination evident in their eyes. We're ready, Captain, she replied. Let's make history. The journey to the alien star system was tense with anticipation. The crew of the Curiosity spent the time preparing, drawing up plans for every conceivable scenario. They studied the limited data provided by the beacon, trying to glean any insight into the alien culture they were about to encounter. As they approached the system, they detected signs of a civilization in its early space age. Satellites orbited the third planet, and they picked up radio transmissions that spoke of a species on the cusp of venturing beyond their own world. It's remarkable, Yuki said, analyzing the data. They're almost exactly where we were a century ago. On the verge of a great leap forward, but not quite there yet. Captain Rodriguez called a meeting to discuss their approach. We need to be careful, she said. We don't want to overwhelm them or disrupt their natural development. Samantha nodded in agreement. The curator emphasized the importance of guidance, not domination. We need to make contact in a way that's non-threatening, that piques their curiosity rather than their fear. After much debate, they decided on a plan. They would send a small, unarmed shuttle to the edge of the alien world's atmosphere. From there, they would broadcast a simple message of peace and friendship, using mathematical and visual signals that should be universally understandable. As the shuttle descended towards the alien planet, Samantha felt her heart racing. This was it, humanity's first true contact with an alien civilization. Everything they had learned, everything they had worked for, had led to this moment. The alien response came faster than they had anticipated. A spacecraft, clearly of local origin, rose to meet them. It was a moment of breathtaking beauty. Two species, born on different worlds, meeting in the vast expanse of space. Communication was challenging at first, but the universal language of mathematics served as a bridge. Slowly, painstakingly, they began to exchange information. The aliens, who called themselves the Zorans, were cautious but curious. They had long wondered if they were alone in the universe, and the arrival of the humans was simultaneously terrifying and exhilarating for them. Over the next few weeks, Samantha and her team worked tirelessly to build trust with the Zorans. They shared knowledge carefully, always mindful of the curator's warning not to overwhelm the younger civilization. In return, the Zorans shared their own unique perspectives and technologies. It was during one of these exchanges that Samantha had an insight that would change everything. The Zorans had developed a unique approach to ecological engineering, one that allowed them to live in harmony with their environment in ways that humans had never achieved. As she studied their methods, Samantha realized that this knowledge, combined with the advanced technologies from the beacon, could revolutionize life on Earth and solve many of the environmental challenges that had long plagued humanity. Don't you see? She explained excitedly to her team and the Zoran scientists. By combining your ecological knowledge with the energy technologies we've learned, we could create a sustainable model of civilization that could be applied across the galaxy. The Zorans were intrigued by the idea, and together, the two species began to work on what they call the Harmony Protocol, a set of principles and technologies that would allow civilizations to advance technologically while maintaining ecological balance. As they worked, Samantha couldn't help but feel that this was exactly what the curator had been hoping for. It wasn't just about humans proving themselves worthy of joining the galactic community. It was about fostering cooperation, about different species coming together to create something greater than the sum of its parts. Weeks turned into months, and the relationship between humans and Zorans deepened. The Curiosity became a hub of interspecies cooperation, with Zoran scientists coming aboard to work alongside their human counterparts. Finally, after 6 months of intense work and cultural exchange, they were ready. The Harmony Protocol was complete, a gift to the galaxy born from the combined efforts of 2 young civilizations. As Samantha prepared to present their work to the curator, she felt a sense of pride unlike anything she had ever experienced. Humanity had not only risen to the challenge presented by the beacon, but they had exceeded all expectations. They had made first contact, fostered interspecies cooperation, and created something that could benefit countless civilizations across the galaxy. The familiar glow of the curator's hologram appeared, filling the Curiosity's main conference room. Samantha stepped forward, ready to show the fruits of their labor. But before she could speak, the curator's voice rang out, filled with what could only be described as joy. "Congratulations," it said. "You have done more than simply pass our tests. You have shown us something new, something we had not anticipated. The Harmony Protocol. It is a testament to the unique strengths of both your species. This, more than anything, proves that you are ready." Samantha felt a lump in her throat. "Ready for what?" she asked, though she suspected she already knew the answer. The curator's form seemed to grow, filling the room with light. "Ready to take your place among the stars, ready to join the Galactic Council. Humanity and the Zorans with you are hereby invited to join the interstellar community." As cheers erupted around her, Samantha felt a sense of wonder wash over her. This was just the beginning. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger universe, and the adventures that awaited them were beyond imagination. The stars, once so distant and unreachable, now beckoned, and humanity, hand in hand with their new Zoran friends, was ready to answer the call. Next part's long end the. I'd be happy to continue and conclude this story. Here are the final parts, bringing the epic journey to a close. Part 4, The Galactic Council. The Curiosity emerged from the shimmering portal into a scene of breathtaking beauty. Before them loomed a massive space station, its architecture an impossible blend of organic forms and advanced technology. Samantha gasped as she realized a station was built around a small star, harnessing its energy and light. As they approached, a communication channel opened. A melodious voice, speaking in perfect English and Zoran simultaneously, welcomed them. "Representatives of Earth and Zora, we bid you welcome to Harmonix, the seat of the Galactic Council." The next few days were a whirlwind of introductions, orientations, and awe-inspiring revelations. Samantha and Skathar led their delegation through meeting after meeting, encountering species beyond their wildest imaginations. There were beings of pure energy, hive minds that spanned entire solar systems, and creatures that existed in multiple dimensions simultaneously. The culmination came when they were ushered into the Grand Assembly, a vast chamber that seemed to exist both in physical space and somewhere beyond. Thousands of representatives from across the galaxy were in attendance, their attention focused on the newcomers. The curator materialized in the center of the chamber, its form more magnificent than ever. "Esteemed members of the Galactic Council," it announced, "I present to you the delegates from Earth and Zora. Their journey to this moment has been one of remarkable growth, cooperation, and innovation. They bring with them the Harmony Protocol, a gift that may revolutionize how we approach interspecies collaboration." As murmurs of interest rippled through the assembly, Samantha stepped forward. With Skathar by her side, she presented the Harmony Protocol, explaining how it combined human creativity with Zoran logic to create a framework for unprecedented cooperation. The response was overwhelming. Species after species expressed their eagerness to implement the protocol, seeing in it the potential to solve conflicts that had lasted millennia. Part 5. A New Galactic Era. In the months that followed, Earth and Zora became centers of galactic attention. Diplomats, scientists, and curious visitors from across the cosmos flocked to both worlds, eager to learn and share knowledge. The Harmony Protocol was adopted by the Galactic Council, ushering in an era of cooperation and understanding previously thought impossible. Samantha found herself traveling to distant worlds, helping to implement the protocol and learning more about the vastness of galactic civilization. Srithar, too, became an ambassador of sorts, his logical approach complementing Samantha's intuitive one perfectly. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. As Earth and Zora integrated more deeply into galactic society, they faced new challenges. Ancient conflicts, cosmic threats, and the sheer scale of their new reality tested both civilizations. Yet, time and again, they rose to meet these challenges, their bond growing stronger with each trial overcome. Reflections and New Horizons. 5 years after their first step onto the galactic stage, Samantha stood once again on the observation deck of the Curiosity. The ship, now a symbol of interstellar cooperation, was docked at a bustling spaceport orbiting a gas giant in a distant system. Skafar joined her, just as he had on that fateful day they left Earth. "Thinking about home?" he'd asked. Samantha nodded. "Home has taken on a new meaning, hasn't it? Earth will always be where I came from, but now the galaxy is our home." Svithar made a sound that Samantha had learned was the Zoran equivalent of a chuckle. "Indeed, and we have only just begun to explore it." As if to emphasize his point, a notification chimed. It was from the Galactic Council, a new mission, a new challenge that required the unique blend of human and Zoran problem-solving. Samantha felt a familiar thrill of excitement. "Ready for another adventure?" she asked. Skafar's eyes gleamed. "Always." As they turned to head to the bridge, Samantha paused for one last look at the star-studded vista before her. The universe, once so vast and unknowable, now felt like a sea of possibilities. Humanity and the Zorans had found their place among the stars, not as conquerors or subjects, but as partners in a grand cosmic dance. The beacon that had started their journey was now a distant memory, its purpose fulfilled. Yet, in many ways, the real voyage was just beginning. There were still mysteries to unravel, challenges to overcome, and wonders to discover. As the Curiosity's engines hummed to life, preparing to carry them to their next destination, Samantha smiled. The stars had once seemed so far away, but now they were home. And the greatest adventure of all, the adventure of understanding, of growth, of pushing the boundaries of what was possible, that adventure would never end. The ship accelerated, streaking across the cosmos. Earth, Zora, and 1,000 other worlds flew with it, united in the greatest journey of all, the journey of life among the stars.